This video, this stream goes out for all of Fragcom. For all of you in Fragcom, I think this is something that you shouldn't be talking about, or maybe this is the bottle that all of you want to get clicks. Well, let me prepare you for an amazing stream for all of you YouTubers out there in the fragrance community, and also for all my whiskey community members that enjoy Buffalo Trace. I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about it now. And for all of you that want an amazing show, we're going to go deep. We're going to go deep into this. And for all of you lazy son of a guns out there that just want to make money off of videos like this, well, I'm going to tell you this. Last episode we talked about this trash. Horrible. Oh man, this is horrible. Last one we talked about this, and we're going to be talking about this fragrance, Dior Sauvage, on this stream. So for all of you, allow all the people to show up, and we're going to have an amazing show. I'll see you very, very soon. Whiskey community, and also for all of you in the fragrance community today on the stream, we're officially going to be talking about Sauvage Dior. Before you buy Dior Sauvage, beware.
I know the feeling of finding yourself stuck out on the ledge, and there ain't no healing from cutting yourself at the jagged edge. I'm telling you that never that bad. Taking from someone who's been where you're at, laid out on the floor, and you're not sure you can take this anymore. So just give it one more try to a lullaby. Turn this up on the radio. If you can hear me now, I'm reaching out to let you know that you're not alone. And you can't tell I'm scared. Just close your eyes. Oh, here comes a lullaby. Your very own lullaby. But please let me take you out of the darkness and into the light. 'Cause I have faith in you that you're gonna make it through another night. Stop thinking about
for all of you watching, I see you. Hit me with an upvote, a hell's out. Ripper Cool, hell yeah. Let's do it one more time. Ripper Cool, you know what time it is. Ripper Cool, all day long. And today's show, I think I'm going to talk about everything you can think of. And for all of you watching, look, I hope you are going to enjoy the show. Afternoon for any of you working. If you can, do me the favor, subscribe on Instagram. It helps out a bunch. And if you haven't already, hit me with that vote. It helps out a bunch. And for all of you that don't know, each one of my streams is different. Let's go, we're gonna hit it right now. Ripper Cool, you know what time it is. Ripper Cool, where? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Kick it. Kick it. Get it. Ripper Cool. One more time, Ripper Cool. Come on, hell yeah. We're number one. That's what I'm talking about. And positivity on a Tuesday. Hey, for all of you watching, I hope you enjoy the intro. Every intro is different. I gotta motivate myself somehow. We're gonna kick this one off. And for all of you watching, I will tell you, I hope you enjoy the intro. But at the end of the day, we have a real show going, and we have to do it hard. So for all of you that have been watching from the beginning of the stream of the show, each and every one of the shows that I do is different. And I will tell you, we are not trying to do anything that you guys think is going to happen. As a matter of fact, everything that happens here is real. Nothing here is scripted. So for all of you that do not know, last episode that we did in the afternoon, I told you I'm going to bring you more men's fashion. And I want everybody to understand, men's fashion is huge, okay? Especially if you're drinking whiskey, you got to know, you got to have some fashion, at least some fashion, okay? Whenever I drink whiskey, this is what happens. I'm always dressed up, I'm always dressed nice, I'm always wearing something good. I want to let each and every one of you know, when it comes to whiskey, you have to make sure always have a fragrance. But there's going to be a couple things that I will say. By the way, huge shout out to Carl. I see you, Carl. I see you, Carl. I do know it's in the afternoon. Everybody's working, but it's okay. These are streams that I can do that I don't have to edit. I'll do live for each and every one of you. And if you guys want to interact with me, well, you can interact with me. You can interact with me in the chat room if you're subscribed. And sometimes I do tend to put some. Let me make sure that all the settings are right, because sometimes I do tend to mess up with the settings and click the wrong button. So I'm gonna check that out, make sure that's good. And for all of you that have been watching, this is gonna be. I'm going to be talking about with Dior. You guys want me to talk about Dior? You want me to talk about all fragrances? And we're going to be talking about all fragrances while I'm sipping on a little bit of whiskey. For all of you that do not know, this is Buffalo Trace whiskey. And there's a little bit of a, how can I say, there's a correlation there with both of them. If you don't know both of them, well, one is one of the most popular ones that you can see in the fragrance community is Dior Sauvage. I'm going to show you that one right now. And I want to let you know that all the settings, I changed all the settings for all of you. So any of you that want to come in here, you're welcome to come into the chat room. So for all of you that do not know, okay, at the end of the day, Sauvage, Dior Sauvage. This is a bottle that many people in the world know. It's a fantastic. This is a fantastic. Oh, can we say fantastic? Can we say fantastic? If I'm not wearing it, does it make it fantastic? Can we say that this fragrance has a couple things that maybe you guys might not want to buy? Maybe there's a thing out here that I'm showing you that might be a buy for you? We're going to see. But before you buy a Dior Sauvage, we have to watch this. We're going to do this right now live. This is live. There's no edit on here. So whatever I say goes, okay? Whatever I say goes. You can clip whatever you want. You can clip whatever you want. And so for all of you, here we go, okay? We're going to start off with a little bit of an introduction of two bottles that we have here. Okay, the two bottles that we have here, by the way, if you didn't see the last episode, I talked about this trash. Complete trash. Horrible. You're going to have to go see the last episode of the fragrance talk in the afternoon. I talked about this Mancera Red Tobacco. If any YouTuber is recommending you to buy this, just unsubscribe. I'm telling you right now, you're saving yourself money. That is horrible. And I did talk about this one, but I will actually do a stream about this one. There's a reason why it's all the way to the top. Man. It's the YouTubers that are making you buy stuff you shouldn't be buying. There's some YouTubers on fragrance community, even the whiskey community, that are telling you to buy some things. Some products that they think is a product that they can get clicks and they can get paid for. And here we don't do that, so we'll tell you it's going to be a little bit different, okay? When it comes to me talking about this commercialized brand, Dior Sauvage. Is it a beautiful bottle? Of course it's beautiful. It's goddamn beautiful. Look at this thing. If there was a commercial type of a fragrance, how can you not know how beautiful? This is a standard, very nice bottle. For all of you that do not know, I'm going to explain to you everything, but currently, I do have a double stream tonight. You can go rewatch the double stream. So currently, for all of you whiskey connoisseurs, I'm going to make sure that you all know this. Whiskey connoisseurs, okay, there's bottles here that I have. This is the most popular bottle in the whiskey community. There's no doubt, okay? There's no doubt that this Buffalo Trace is the most popular bottle in the whole community of the whiskey community. This is the only bottle that everybody wants to really talk about. Everything that's hyped about, the beginners, the people that don't know about whiskey, they go for this. And you know what? It's kind of good that they go for this, because at the end of the day, it's smooth. Okay, it's smooth, it's nice, and it's going to show you what a bourbon whiskey should definitely taste like. This is from one distillery called Buffalo Trace. For all of you that do not know, this is the most American whiskey you can buy. But we're going to have to talk about Dior, okay? This is before you buy Dior Sauvage, okay? We're going to talk about this here. Now, you're probably asking yourself, okay, Reaper, tell me about this. Well, for all of you that do not know, okay, in the fragrance community, I will say one thing. In the fragrance community, when this first came out, this was a click on every clicked video in the goddamn world. This is number one in every goddamn video that you might see. years back. Maybe 5 years, 6 years. You can go back to the time that this first came out. This was the biggest clicked item in the fragrance community when it came to men and women perfumes. There's women that probably wear this. I don't know why a woman would wear this, but the women that review this shouldn't be reviewing it. It's just pointless. Men. This is for you, man. Man, this is a fragrance that is going to be a masterpiece in the years to come. For all of you that do not know, when we go back in time, we go back to times that are just fantastic products. And we go back to the 90s, early 2000s, maybe even the 80s or the 70s. There was always fantastic products back then that they don't have now. In the future, maybe in 2050, maybe in 2040, maybe we will look back to this time that we have maybe a masterpiece in front of us. But there's a lot of negative on here too. For all of you that want notes, I'll tell you notes now about this. And I'll tell you how it wears on my skin. And for all of you that want a little bit of a goddamn freaking, here we go, you all want a little bit of something. Well, I'll give you a little bit of something very soon right now. Let me do this for all of you. I have to make sure all of you understand when it comes to Dior Sauvage, okay? This is a bottle that you will see mainly in the commercials, on TV, magazines. You'll see them in the top-rated websites. Now you're asking why this one and not other bottles that you show. Well, the other bottles that I show all of you, most of the time, they're close to niche. A niche or a commercial. They're almost like underground. You won't know about them unless you literally dig deep in the rabbit hole and find other, companies that have fragrances. Then you'll know that there's a whole line of fragrance companies that do amazing fragrances, and they don't commercialize any of their bottles on ads, and they don't commercialize some of the bottles on TV or, on the Super Bowl. You see, goddamn fucking, what's his name? Johnny Depp with the goddamn Sauvage, okay? So when it comes to this bottle, I will tell you, there's a reason why I don't like talking about this bottle too much. So beware, okay? Beware, fragrance community and whiskey community. Beware, there's a reason why I don't like talking about this too much. To start off, okay, the negatives on here is going to be a little bit negative, but I want all of you to understand. This is a bottle that maybe you, your best friend's best friend has, your best friend has, your girlfriend's ex, your girlfriend's ex, maybe your girlfriend's ex-husband, okay, has. Now, there's flaws to that. When it comes to a bottle that you have, gentlemen, you all want a bottle that nobody has. Obviously, you don't want to be smelling like anybody else. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how attractive or unattractive you are. The last thing you want to do is spend money on a product that basically you're at the grocery store and the man in back of you smells exactly like you. You go to the cashier and the cashier that's got a raise, he decided to buy this. And he smells like you too. Now you see where I'm getting at? This is a commercial fragrance. Commercial fragrances are fragrances that even your gardener probably can have. And he knows about it because there's YouTubers out here that pushing this because it's an amazing fragrance. Is it amazing? Well, I can tell you it's fantastic. It is really good. But we're not gonna, you know what? Before I say anything positive, let's go on with the negative first. Okay, I have to say negative more. There's a lot more negatives than you guys think about this bottle. One thing I will tell you, you can notice this bottle is maybe almost halfway. You know how many years I've had this bottle for? Years. And there's one thing that I will tell you, the reason why I put this bottle down is because, let's face it, okay? I didn't want to be smelling like the same dude that's on the line, maybe at the grocery store or maybe at the mall. I don't want to have a fragrance that I'm wearing that people can relay and say, hey, I just smelled that at the mall. I don't want that. That's one thing I do not want, okay? And I will tell you, for all of you, that's something that maybe you guys don't care about. Well, for me, I care about that, okay? The last thing I want is a goddamn compliment. With any fragrance that I have, I smelled that before. It smells amazing. That's the last compliment I want. I don't want compliments when it comes to fragrances. But when it comes to this, I will tell you, it does smell good on your skin. If you don't know anything about fragrances, one of the fragrances that anybody in the store will recommend you will be this. This is the only fragrance that they would push you on because it's commercialized. Another thing I will say for all of you that have been watching, let's just say this is about $100 and $180 around there, still high in price. And one thing I will say when it comes to fragrances, hey, nobody wants a high price fragrance to buy and then all of a sudden, boom! You go to the parking lot and then somebody says, "Oh, you smell good. You smell like my ex-husband." My ex-husband? You smell like my ex-husband. What do you mean? Cousin or husband? Well, both of them. Oh, that's the last thing you want. Okay, that's the last thing you want. You don't want to be wearing a fragrance that you smell like the cousin and the ex-husband. That's the last thing you want. Another negative thing about this, I will say, at times, if you're wearing this, you're just probably, to me, personally to me, I don't want the attention at all. Sometimes I do not want the attention, and I think ladies understand what I mean. You don't want the attention. I think they understand. Okay, sometimes when I'm wearing a fragrance like this is something that's going to attract a lot of people. If there's a woman that knows that there's a clean, easy fragrance that they'll like, this will be one that they will like. And for me to get a little bit of attention, I don't like the attention at times. So sometimes I do not want to wear this because of that. Another thing I will tell you, for all of you that don't understand, okay, people are going to hate on this. There's a reason why they're going to hate on it. It's because it's in everybody's videos. There's everybody's video out there that posts up. And I can say one of the people out here that doesn't like, I even own this. And I, at times, do not like this own bottle, okay? I will say this is EDT. This is Sauvage Dior EDT. If you don't know what an EDT is, well, there's different ones. EDP, a little bit stronger. I don't recommend you to get the EDP. I recommend you just to get the EDT. This is strong enough. It's going to last you maybe 10 hours, 8 hours, depending on what it is. And I will tell you, when you put this on your skin, it's going to be clean. And you're also going to get the pepper notes that this actually has. This has 2 different types of pepper notes. I will say pink pepper, and then the other one is some kind of pepper that I don't even know goddamn existed. But I can tell you it has a lot of peppery, spicy notes on here. And it has that clean vetiver and patchouli. I will tell you the vetiver helps out to give this a clean feel. So if you are in the gym a lot, this is really going to pop off your skin. If you are in wintertime, the heat, whatever season, this is a seasonal thing that you can wear all the time. This fragrance, I will tell you, the best thing about this, it's like a goddamn, it's so versatile, you can wear all the time. But I will say one thing, okay? When it comes to fragrances, one thing I will tell you, it's just, how can I explain to you this? I think there's a lot of men out here that are looking for, a lot of men in YouTube, they're looking for the perfect fragrance to attract a woman. And sometimes, that's just not the case. You shouldn't be doing that. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to be wearing a fragrance to be attracting a woman. If you can't attract a woman yourself, you shouldn't even wear a fragrance. It's pointless. Wearing a fragrance is not going to get you any of that. It's not going to get you that wop. It's not going to get you none of that. I'm also going to say, for all of you, when it comes to this fragrance, not many people know the difference in fragrances. Okay, so if you're looking for a very expensive bottle that's going to outdo this one and you have no idea when it comes to fragrances, if there's one thing I can tell you, women do not know the difference. A regular woman doesn't know the difference between this and maybe something else. So you have Creed. They won't know the difference between any of them. So if you're trying to impress a woman just by a fragrance, I'll let you know you're failing on that. They're not going to know the difference between all of them. They're usually going to say it's either clean, it's nice, and for all of you gentlemen, that's all you need. You need to sound clean. You need to have good hygiene. Okay, good hygiene. That's why you wear a fragrance or a cologne, whatever it is you want to call it. But I will tell you, women do not know. They have no idea the difference between fragrances. There's no fragrance out there they're going to say, Jesus Christ, holy heavens, Billy, are you wearing, time out, Billy, are you wearing the Creed from 2012? I smell that smokiness. Look, ain't no woman going to do that, okay? Not one woman in this world is going to come out of the woodworks, out of an elevator, and say to you, God damn, Billy, are you wearing that Chanel right now, Billy? It's Billy. Come closer, Billy. It smells like a 2014 juice. If you think there's a woman out there that's going to come out of the woodworks and say, Billy, I notice a smell in the office, Billy. I notice a smell in the office. Are you wearing, time out, are you wearing a 2018? Don't even say the word. Not even 2016. Are you wearing a 2018 big Sauvage Dior EDT? And you start to look at you mentally think, oh, wait a minute. This is the bottle I fucking have at home. What the hell how the hell this lady know this? And then she all of a sudden says, wait a minute, big boy. She says, wait a minute, big boy. You got the 200 ml. You got the big boy, didn't you? And you're just struck like, wait a minute, this woman knows what I got at home. What is she stalking? What is she picking Tom? What the hell? How does she know what I have? And then she tells you, she goes, now this is the bottle, obviously. She goes, you got a a 6.8 ounce Dior Sauvage at home. It's a 2018. I smell it because of those peppery notes. I remember 2018. I bought that one. If you think, gentlemen, there's going to be a lady out there coming out of the woodworks and telling you that the Sauvage you just bought is from 2018, tell me the barcode. I know the barcode. The barcode is 5109 06 02 64 64. If she says that to you, that is 1 in a billion, okay? There's no woman out there that's going to know anything of what you're wearing. No woman, there ain't no woman out there. 1 in a billion. Okay, they're 1 in a billion. So, gentlemen, I will say this. When it comes to this Sauvage Dior, straight up, okay? Let's straight up get into it. You're officially going to be the only one in the office that knows what you're wearing. Okay? So remember that. Don't think just because you have a fragrance or if you don't have a fragrance. Okay? Just remember that. Before anything, remember those facts. When you're buying a fragrance, it's for you, gentlemen. It's for you. So another thing I will tell you about this bottle, because I do know I gotta sip on my whiskey over here. Also, I do know fragrance community and whiskey community. This is for you, and I want to make sure that I twist this up. We're gonna have a double header tonight for all of you, and for all of you that do not know, double headers are mainly the double headers. Nighttime, 9 p.m. is gonna be the whiskey show. I will be popping open a whiskey, and I'm gonna show you some whiskey now before we talk about more about this fragrance. But let me twist this up. Okay, so tonight Tonight, I'm going to be opening up one of these. Let me take this banner off. Tonight, I'm going to be opening up this Blankton's, okay? Whiskey. This is a store pick. Now, I'm going to put this store pick up against, as you already know, you've seen the thumbnail, it's going to be up against, I'm going to put it up against blended whiskey. Now, you're asking yourself, why would you put this Blankton's? Why would you open up a brand new Blankton's bottle? It's the reason why I'm opening up a brand new Blankton's bottle. Because currently this is under $100, okay? Under $100 still if you buy this. If you do get it, it's about $80, even if it's store pick, okay? So I will tell you, this is the most popular bottle in the Buffalo Trace line. And you already seen the Buffalo Trace bottle. But I will tell you, for all of you, this is a bottle I will be opening up tonight. And if you don't know already, this is going to be a brand new bottle. I'm going to show you this. I haven't opened it. As a matter of fact, it's going to be fresh crack tonight. So let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I hope it's this one because I have a couple of them. So anyways, it does come. This bottle does come in a bag, a certain bag. Let me see if I can open this up here. There you go. There is a store pick. You see it there, that is a store pick. That is going to be what I'm going to be opening up. Whiskey community, I'm going to be opening this one up tonight. And for all of you that tune into the stream, it will be 9 p.m. So remember that, 9 p.m. I just do these streams for all of you so that you guys have something to watch, rewatch on a weekday. Let me put this back in the box. I'm going to be opening that up. And also, make sure I put this over here. Not only will I be opening that up, I'm going to be putting it up against a couple other whiskeys. So, let me move this around. There you go. That's the box that it comes in. What a beautiful box. Look at that box. It always comes in a box. If you get this without a box, you get a little bit of a sale. Really do ask about that. Now, going back to the fragrance talk. Okay, so this is how it goes, okay? Fragrance community. When it comes down to fragrances, we all know already about this. I spoke a little bit about this for all of you. To give you a good example of what you have to beware with, okay? There is a lot of YouTubers, they just put this in your face and they expect you to buy it. Remember, understand your chemistry, understand your skin chemistry, understand that if you don't like spicy stuff, this is something that maybe you might not like. But I will tell you, if you're very masculine now, if you have a beard, if you have facial hair, if you're maybe, if you have muscles, if you have huge muscles, if you go to the gym a lot, if you're just a masculine man all around, you can really use this. I think it would really stand you out, make you stand out in the room. For all of you that do not know, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it. So it does have those pepper notes that all of you already heard me talk about. It is very, very fresh, and the freshness is the vetiver. Okay, when it comes to the vetiver, I will say there's also a little bit of patchouli on there, but I will tell you the patchouli is supposed to make it clean with the vetiver. So remember that. If you're coming out of a shower and you spray this on, you're really, really gonna enjoy this. There's other notes that I can't tell you. I believe it has bergamot. I think many of you don't know what bergamot is, but it gives it a little bit of a almost like a super spicy sweet note on there. And I will tell you, it is not a sweet fragrance, but I will tell you, it gives it I think the bergamot really adds in with the pepper note on here. And when you put it on your skin, I usually put about 4 sprays of this on my neck, and it lasts a long time. First off, when you do spray this, you're going to get a full blast of spices. I'm talking about pepper spices, all the pepper spices you can think of, and it's going to die down really quickly to be a clean, very clean fragrance. And at the end of the day, every whiff you get throughout the day, you're going to get those notes added on there, and it's really, really nice. I'm going to tell you this. Beware before buying this, okay? Just please beware before buying this, because when you first initially buy this, you're going to think it's fantastic, which it is. It's a masterpiece. It's fantastic. I'm not trying to sell you on this bottle, but understand when it comes to fragrances, if you do not have a collection, if you do not have any fragrances, this is a bottle that I will tell you, once you buy this, do not buy any other bottle. if you start buying other bottles, you're going to start to say, wait a minute. If you start buying other bottles, you're going to start to notice, wait a minute, the range of fragrances. And this one over here might be the one fragrance that you're gonna regret. Now you're probably asking, why would I regret this, Reaper? Well, only issue is, again, we're gonna go back to it. You don't want to be smelling like everybody else. That's just what it is. And this, to me, if you want to smell like everybody else, this is a fragrance that mostly everybody in Florida really uses. So I want to let you know, this is one of the things that I just don't tell you enough about. This it's just horrible when it comes to having your fragrance on, and then boom, all of a sudden, boom, somebody comes out of the woodwork and says, wait a minute, time out. Wait a minute, I smelled that before. Wait a minute, is that what I think it is? Yeah, it is Dior. It is definitely Dior. And I will tell you, I do know that many of you, you don't want to smell like anybody else. I will say, for all of you, I just don't think that for all of you, it's just something that, how can I explain it? It's not something that you should definitely maybe spend your $200 on, okay? If it was cheap, if this was $50, $60, okay, cool. $50, $60, maybe get yourself maybe the half bottle. Okay, cool. But getting a full bottle of this, $200 and some, I think if anything, you can put this aside. There's a lot of other companies that are fantastic. But at the end of the day, this is a fragrance review stream. And I will tell you, there is one thing I want to really sell you on. For all of you that do not know, everybody talks about this, okay? Cool. Everybody talks about this. Now, everybody talks about this. Buffalo Trace. Everybody talks about this son of a gun, right? So what is the difference between the most hyped up whiskey and the most hyped up fragrance? Well, let's just say this. When it comes to these whiskeys, let's just put it this way. These are whiskeys that you can officially enjoy all the time, and you really like them. Any of these Buffalo Trace bottles are super smooth, and at the end of the day, just you will love this bottle. At the end of the day, when it comes to all of these streams, I will tell you, there's not one stream that I do that is not the same. And at the end of the day, look, man, Buffalo Trace is fantastic. It is amazing. And I will say another thing, if you're watching right now, one bottle that I do recommend you, if anything, this is a bottle that I do recommend you to get. Oh shit, I'm getting a little bit of issues here in the damn thing. Oh, we got some issues in the internet. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see me, but if you do see me, here we go. When it comes to Jack Daniels, this is one of the best Jack Daniels you can buy. And currently, I'm going to be talking about it very soon. And I think for all of you that haven't noticed any of the Jack Daniels bottles, well, you're gonna find them out very soon. And for all of you watching, let me check this connection real quick because I do know we're having a little bit of issues on here. Let me check. Oh, the connection's good. Finally fixed it. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me make sure that I show you this before anything. Here we go. Jack Daniels, one of the whiskeys that some of you haven't really noticed. This is Jack Daniels. This is the Bonded Rye. And for all of you that do not know, when it comes to this Jack Daniels Bonded Rye, I will say one thing, okay? This is one of the best bottles that you can officially find currently right now. And Jesus Christ, got some connections issues right now. Let me see this connection again. Man, oh man, let me make sure that we have this over here. God damn, this connection. Let me make sure to check it. I think the connection's working better, a little bit better now. I do know that currently here in Miami, we're having issues with the wind. And sometimes when it rains and there's windy issues here, the weather doesn't help me out with the internet. I do know when I go outside, if you can't tell, the flag in the back of me is flying high. And for all of you watching, I will tell you, hey, we have a double stream today, if you haven't noticed. And today I will be talking about whiskeys. A lot of whiskeys on there, mainly blended and for the Blangtons. So for all of you, I'm going to make sure that some of you understand. I don't do these streams all the time. Most of the time it's in the afternoon, so I want to give you a little bit of a chance for some of you. Let me stop this over here. I had some issue there, but I couldn't tell if I could hear myself earlier. And by the way, anybody that walks in here, I see you in the chat room. Anybody that walks in here, I see you in the chat room. For all of you, let me make sure I do this over here. Let me make sure that I can actually hear myself. If I can't hear myself, we're gonna have a little bit of a problem. So let me check the mic one more time. Let me check. I think I'm having issues with the internet, but I can't really tell. I can't really tell at all. It's usually a breeze most of the time. Never have issues in the afternoon. Hopefully at night, I don't have any issues at night. But for all of you watching, let me see if I even got to an hour. We're at 46 minutes out here. 46 minutes. Let me say this, okay? Let me say this. These streams are for all of you, and at the end of the day, I understand that most of the time we don't get the turnout in the chat room, and that's okay. For all of you that understand, nighttime, everybody's actually off work. You can rewatch this, but when it comes to Dior Sauvage, man, let me say this. Okay, this Dior Sauvage is one bottle that if you don't have it, you know what? It's up to you. Try it out. If you can, try it out. Do not buy any samples of this, okay? You can easily find. The good thing about having a commercial fragrance like this is that you can have this bottle at the store. You can pick it up. You can smell it. You can spray it on your skin. Do not buy any decants of this. Do not buy a sample of this. Okay, this literally every mall that you go to might have this. And you have the option to try it. So for all of you that know about trying out whiskeys, well, there's certain whiskeys that you can try out. When you go to the store, certain stores have store picks. And most of the time, if you have a store pick, you can try it out. Same thing goes with this fragrance. Best thing about this is, yeah, there's YouTubers talking about this, but I can't tell you enough. Sometimes, do I want to recommend this? Sometimes I don't, and sometimes I do. I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but I will say one thing. If I was to recommend you one bottle, maybe it wouldn't be this. I probably wouldn't recommend you commercial bottles, because at the end of the day, these are bottles that maybe you might be turned off, or maybe a friend at work that you don't like. Maybe there's an acquaintance that you have. Where is this? This is the only reason and the only negative when it comes to this. I understand every one of us, man, have shampoos that we wear, Old Spice, and we have certain soaps that we wear that we all wear. I mean, at the end of the day, there could be in the city, there could be maybe, I don't know, 5,000 men that wear the same soap that I use. They might even use the same toothbrush, a paste that I use. It doesn't mean that I'm going to change just because of all these. But when it comes to fragrances, it's a little bit different. You understand what I'm trying to get at? When it comes to fragrances, you're wearing them and you're out in the public. It kind of expresses your personality. So it doesn't matter how fit you are or how not fit you are. When you wear a fragrance, at the end of the day, it expresses your personality on that day, on that week, on how you're going to present yourself, maybe in a meeting, or maybe your first time seeing somebody. Maybe you see somebody, first date ever, first time seeing that person. Or maybe you're wearing a fragrance to basically get an award. You know, if you wear a fragrance, maybe like this, to get a certain award, get first place or a medal or something, when you wear this, all the memories are going to be set on stone on that day. If there's an award that you got, you did something insanely amazing, anything you can think of, you're going to get that memory with this. Do you want a memory with Sauvage from Dior, or do you want a memory with a fragrance that you wear every day? You see what I mean? That's what happens with fragrances. Fragrances aren't like whiskeys that you can build a memory. Yes, you can build a memory with a whiskey, of course, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Maybe the memories that you can make with a whiskey will be with maybe family and friends having this for the first time, maybe at a Thanksgiving meal, or maybe your first memory that you had with Buffalo Trace was maybe going to a whiskey event. You go to a first whiskey event, and you meet somebody amazing, and that first memory gets built off of this. Okay, when it comes to these streams, I will tell you, I do get a lot of phone calls. I don't know why. I get a bunch of phone calls just randomly just calling me. I think they're telecommers. Those people that scam you on the phone. And for anybody that comes in the chat room, I see you, everybody in the chat room. Reaper Crew, don't forget Reaper Crew. At the end of the day, I will tell you, I try to show you number one products, and all the time, all that I tend to do on the channel is only show you number one products. So Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. Oh yeah, we're number one. Now let me lose that a little bit, because there's a couple of things that I remember that I wanted to say about this. And for all of you that do not know, since I don't write anything down, sometimes I forget. I remember one thing that I was going to speak about this. One thing I was going to speak about this, and by the way, I see you out there, I see you. There was one thing I was going to speak about this, but I can't remember officially. There was one main thing I was going to speak about this. What was it that I was going to speak about this? By the way, for all of you that are watching, I will tell you, I don't know if you can hear the wind. Currently, if you can hear the wind, let me tell you, this wind is no joke. I had to put 2 bricks on my flag. I had to put 2 bricks on my flag and back because the wind was just popping it completely. Let me say this. Today's Tuesday. God, everybody's working. Everybody's like, you know what? I don't want to hear about no fragrance talk. But I have to give you some content in the afternoon. I understand that some of you like my regular topics that I did in the afternoon. And there was one topic that I wanted to hit recently, was the conspiracy topic. There's a lot of conspiracies out there. And one conspiracy that I do think is going hard. Well, it's a conspiracy that I think. There's a lot of clone houses that are trying to clone this. Okay, you can't clone this. It's impossible to clone this. Reason why it's impossible is because at the end of the day, you cannot clone this son of a bitch. There's not a person in the Middle East that can come out of the goddamn cave and say they can freaking clone this son of a bitch fragrance, okay? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Look, if any of the people in the Middle East are thinking of cloning this, I'm going to say, there's no possible way you can clone this. And for all of you that think that there's a clone for this, you spray it on, you're going to notice it's synthetic. And most of the time, if you don't notice that it's synthetic, that clone house is synthetic, then that means that you, my man, should put this away. Put all your money away. Put everything away. And go to your nearest rack store and buy yourself all of the worst fragrances possible. Because you, my man, do not have a nose. There's no sense in buying crap. Okay? And no sense in buying clone houses that are a duplicate of this. That's kind of like me. It's kind of like me. Okay, buying this is a son of a bitch is like $30. Okay, $30. That's like me going and saying, "Wait a minute, this is an American. This is American made. I know it's amazing. It's fantastic. It's number one. Buffalo Trace. It's even a store pick. Cool." That's like me saying, "Wait a minute, I know this is amazing. I know this is well made. But you know what? The Middle East just sent over a bunch of bottles that taste a little bit similar to this. And the cool part about that is that they're $5. $5 to drink a replica of Buffalo Trace. Now, let me tell you this. If you have the audacity to buy a replica of Buffalo Trace, you son of a gun. Well, if you have the audacity to do that, well, you probably will have the audacity to buy a clone, okay? A clone of this son of a bitch bottle. And I will say, for all of you men that have no money, okay, don't even buy this. As a matter of fact, all of you men that completely don't have money, don't buy any whiskey. Okay, wait till the time comes that you got money to buy whiskey. Don't buy whiskey. For all of you men that don't have money, don't buy this trash. Don't buy this, okay? Don't buy this, okay? Don't buy that. Just because there's something that's less money that smells exactly like this, okay? Doesn't give you, how can I say? It shouldn't give you the ambition to buy it just because it's less money. Do you understand that when you're buying a product that is a clone from the Middle East, you don't know what kind of chemicals it might have, what kind of oils they use? You don't know, man. You don't know. I straight up say that. You don't know what you're putting on your skin. When it comes to some of these brands that are commercial brands, do you think they're going to put a harmful product in this? When they're putting it all over the goddamn world, all over your Super Bowl, NFL Super Bowl ad, the commercials that you see on YouTube, do you think they're going to be putting a product out there that's going to make their whole company go bankrupt? It takes one person to say, "Oh, shoot! I'm going to file for loans. This is giving me some skin cancer." And then all of a sudden, that man officially, now, the man is a goddamn billionaire. Because he wins that lawsuit. Let me tell you this, okay? This company's not going to put a bottle like that out for you to, down the line, have that issue. Okay? There's a lot of companies out there that are very, like Chanel. This is Dior, okay? There's Chanel. There's other companies out there that you can buy that you know they're fantastic. They're good fragrances. I mean, not for everybody. Each one of these fragrances is going to be different. But you know the drill. Whiskey community and fragrance community and watch community. I see you, watch community. I'm wearing my watch. I love me my watch. But when it comes to this, man, there's a lot of things that before they even release any bottle, they think of all of these things, man. They think of all these things. You think they don't think of all? They think of all of these things. I will say this, okay? I will say this. For all of you that have tuned in now and you just left work, congratulations. Welcome to the show. You just left work. This is a live stream. So for all of you that cannot watch this show, you can always rewatch this show. I tend to never delete it unless it's horrible. If it's not 1080p or 720p and most of the time you can't hear me, that's the only time that, well, other than that, most of these streams, I keep up, okay? Always. I tend to keep them all up. One thing I can tell you, for all of you that have been watching my short videos to motivate a lot of these guys. There's a lot of guys out here that don't know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, gentlemen, you can watch some of my videos and I help you out the best that I can. There's nothing perfect in this world, so if you see any of my videos that by any chance you see it and you think you could do the same thing, it doesn't mean you're going to do the perfect steak the first time. It takes you a couple times, but if you do the same concept, you will perfect it. If you don't know, when it comes to food that we all eat, food! I'm talking about food! All of that lies into your fragrance. This is a fragrance stream. Okay, so if you eat bad food, I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. Transparent as possible, JP, I see you. If you by any chance eat McDonald's, Burger King, you eat garbage. Just straight garbage. No superfood in your menu. Everything is straight dookie food, okay? If you eat all of these things and you look and sweat like a pig, and you wear a fragrance like this, ain't nothing saving you, my man. Ain't nothing saving you. By the way, shoutouts to the Boeing. Let's put the volume off. Let's turn off the volume for a second. Here we go. Shoutouts. I see you. You hear that? That's a Boeing, ladies and gentlemen. Damn right, it's a Boeing. Anyways, I will tell you, look, it don't matter what kind of fragrance you wear. This could save you. Think it saves you, gentlemen? All of you out there that just eat bad, eat fast food all the time, it ain't gonna save you. You're probably gonna reek, you're gonna smell, and this is not gonna help at all. If you think just spraying 10 sprays or 14 sprays, son of a gun, of this is going to help you, it's actually going to be worse. So I do know YouTubers out there saying, oh, YouTubers, most of the YouTubers are saying, you got to spray 14 sprays of this, 16. Just go crazy. You know why they tell you to spray 14 or 15 sprays of this? It's because most of the time, these YouTubers smell like shit, man. They smell so bad, and they know it. I will say one thing. Don't spray 14 or 15 sprays of this. They're trying to make your confidence turn up. It ain't gonna turn up by spraying 15 sprays of this. You're just wasting it, and also, not only are you wasting it, but if you wear 15 sprays of this, my man, you come near me and I might have to tell you something. You might not like what I tell you, or lady, if there's a lady, maybe lesbian out here is wearing this. If you come at me with 15 sprays of this, you're going to get something bad coming out. I'm just going to tell you this. If you wear a lot of sprays of this, I'm either going to sneeze on your face or I'm probably going to say something negative like you shouldn't ever wear this fragrance ever again. It's horrendous. It smells bad. Real bad. The reason why it smells bad is because you're putting way too much of a fragrance that you don't need to be putting on a lot. For all of you that do not know, small sprays of any fragrance that you have. Okay, unless if you have a fragrance that you don't have money for this, okay, I'm gonna say for the newbies and the beginners, if you have a fragrance that isn't expensive, $20, $15, most of the time it's not as strong, and then maybe then you can spray 8 or 9 sprays of that fragrance, gentlemen. But do not think that you're gonna be spraying 15 sprays of this. You're goddamn out of your mind, man. I have to scream that out loud. I'm going to scream it out loud now because you know what? I'm holding myself back from saying more negative things. There's Here's one thing I will say. It's almost the same thing as me saying there's some whiskey community members in the whiskey community. You see, this is a Glencairn, okay? You move this around so that the oils get stuck on the walls and you smell it and you taste it, and there's a certain aroma when you're smelling it and tasting it. It's amazing. It's fabulous. But there's some son of a guns. Okay, you see this? There's some son of a guns that put it all the way to the top. What the hell's the point of you putting it all the way to the top? There's no point of it. You're just showing off. There's no need to show off. For that, you get a goddamn cup, a regular cup. You don't get a Glencairn. If you have one of these, you pour it at least like this, or maybe a little bit, a quarter down. So you can stir it up, maybe 2 ounces should be good. But do not put your whiskey to the top. All the way to the top, you're just wasting your time. I don't know why you would do that, gentlemen, in the whiskey community, but there's a lot of gentlemen that think it's cool. And personally, I think it's the most stupidest thing possible, because at the end of the day, you're defeating the purpose of using this glass. Okay, there's a reason why you have this glass. It's because you want to be able to nose this. Ah, man, that's good, man. Ah, you want to be able to hit both of your nostrils over here. Ah, man. That's fantastic. You want to be able to hit both of them, and at the end of the day, you also want to be able to sip it, okay? Look at those oils, beautiful oils. You can see the oils, beautiful, rich, nice, smooth, very much Kentucky-style bourbon whiskey, and I will tell you, this is fabulous. So, I will say, hey, another thing too, for the people out there that drink from their bottles, if you have a bottle, if you have a whiskey bottle and you're drinking it from the top, you son of a bitch, most likely you are one of the guys that sprays a bunch of sprays of your fragrance, and I think that's horrible. Look, gentlemen, I understand if this is your bottle, you do what you want with your bottle, but understand, if you do drink off the top, remember, man, there's other people that might want it, okay? There's other people that might want it. It will get to the cork, and you don't know what kind of bacteria you can start forming on your cork, especially if there's a whiskey that you're going to have for a long time. You will definitely start creating a little bit of bacteria on here, and for any of you gentlemen out here that do that, maybe that will stop you from doing the pouring in the mouth with this bottle or any bottle you have. Now, if you have a bottle that doesn't have a cork, okay, you do you. You do you. But when it comes to most of these bottles, when it comes to bourbon whiskey, they usually have a cork. Even the big bottle out here, which I do recommend you to get the big bottle. I don't know why I'm drinking from that one. Oh, yeah, I'm drinking from that one because it's a store pick. Anyways, this over here, another cork too. Here we go. See, here we go. There's another cork on this. Most of them do have corks. But yeah, man. When it comes to a fragrance, man, don't wear a lot of sprays. That's my recommendation for all of you. Anyways, we hit the 1 hour mark. I wanted to make sure that we hit that 1 hour mark. And for all of you watching, well, what is that? What do we got here? What is the judgment on here? What is the final conclusion on this bottle, Sauvage Dior? What is the conclusion of this bottle? Well, the conclusion of it is, if you want to smell, like your wife's ex-boyfriend, if you want to smell like every other man in the clubs, if you want to smell like maybe your wife's ex-husband, or maybe your girlfriend's ex-husband, or if you want to smell like every other man in the world right now, currently, that is very much a guy that goes to the gym, goes to clubs, a guy that's very, very much into just not looking at YouTube, just buying the best bottles at the mall. If you want, okay, to be wearing a fragrance that everybody is going to really say, man, you smell clean. Well, they're going to say this, you smell clean, yeah. But the last thing I think some of you want on here is a bottle that will resemble the other guy. Okay, let's straight up say it again. The last thing you guys want is a bottle that will resemble the other guy. And that means for all of you that are just stand-up gentlemen, you guys, U.S. Army, I see you, U.S. Army, and the Marines, I see you, Marines, and all of you in the Air Force and Navy, I see you. When it comes to this bottle, if you don't know about fragrances, just remember that in the back of your head, ladies. Before you buy this for any of your boyfriends or any of your family members, just know that, okay? You might be just buying a bottle that somebody else has. And at the end of the day, if that man ends up in the same room as the other guy, it might be a weird scenario. So for all of you fragrance community, I really hope you enjoyed this whole stream. I wanted to do an afternoon different kind of stream for some of the fragrance community members they need a little bit of a roll call. And I think for all of the fragrance community, I think if you don't know already, I control what I say, and I control the fact that some of you do tend to show bottles that will make you money. And at the end of the day, I want to tell all the YouTubers that all of you watching, maybe this is not the fragrance that you should be showing your subscribers. You have to understand that when all the subscribers are watching all of you, there's certain fragrances that they want to buy. They see this, it's clean, it's nice, okay, they buy it. The last thing that you tell them, you don't tell them the disclaimer. The disclaimer is that this might be the bottle that will make memories and will rip them out of your ass. Because the other guy has his bottle, and the other guy, and the other guy, and the other guy, and the other guy, and not only the other guy, but the other guy, and then the father of the other guy, and then the guy of the other guy. Every one of the guys have this bottle. So, the disclaimer there is, be careful what fragrances you buy, because at the end of the day, you already know. You don't want to be showing up to the family gathering and the father, the in-law that you know is wearing this. Where are you going to go? You're going to go in the shower? You're going to shower off and you're going to spray something else? It's too late, my man. It's too late. You're wearing the same shirt as him. You're wearing the same fragrance as him. Oh, shoot, you're wearing the same shoes as him. It's too late. Sauvage Dior got you because they got amazing commercials, amazing ads, and they have YouTubers that are just throwing this in your face. So please, before you buy Dior Sauvage, just be aware of this. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the stream. This was a stream that I did off the whim, and I will tell you, tonight will be the whiskey content show that I want to give you. And for all of you, I already showed you this one, but I want to show you other ones. And at the end of the day, I already showed you this one. We're going to be popping this one open tonight. This is going to be the Blankton's bottle that we're going to be popping tonight. Blankton's, fantastic from Buffalo Trace. But this is a store pick, so I hope you enjoy this stream. And for all of you watching, I enjoy the fact that you guys watch all the time. And if you could do me a favor, one thing I ask each and every one of you, all the time I ask you, but I don't say it enough. If you could do me the favor for this stream, hit the like button for this stream. It helps out a bunch. This stream is actually free. No, since somebody's super chat is free, the commercials are not going to do anything. This is for all of you to have. But tonight will be the night that you guys, if you want to show up to the whiskey show, those are the moments that you will be able to get a little bit of extra content for your whiskey haul, your next whiskey haul. So anyways, I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to have to say huge shout-outs to the Las Vegas Knights. Huge shout-outs to the Las Vegas Knights. And huge shout-outs to the flag, the beautiful flag that we have here. Huge shout-outs to the beautiful flag that we have on us. And for all of you watching, I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'll see each and every one of you on the next one. Reaper Coo, you know already what time it is. Reaper Coo, we're number one. Oh, yeah. We're number one. I'll see you all soon. See you all soon.